Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. Fully dressed Maui Paul this morning. I have been up and productive. Anyways, we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I want to say good morning to all my friends who are here. So, good morning, John L. Sunshine in Santa Fe. I like Santa Fe. That's a great place to be. Tony's coming in from Florida. Good morning, Anita. Wonderful to see you here today. And Lane coming in from Rome, Georgia. Let's see. Good morning, Amy Joe. Been a little while since I've seen you live on the stream, Amy Joe. Wonderful to see you here today. Good morning, Jan. Good to see you probably from your nest. Indeed, from your nest at Paradise. Good morning, Shauna. Happy Arbor Day to you. Happy Arbor Day to all of us. I hope that you hug a tree today. You're certainly surrounded by a lot of them. Let's see. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Josiah, coming in from Vegas. Good to see you here as well. Good morning, Susan. I see I got some folks watching me on Twitch. So good morning to you guys as well. The way the settings are on Twitch, you actually have to follow before you can drop a comment. So if you follow, you can drop a comment on the stream. And good morning to the folks watching me on YouTube as well. Anyways, wonderful to see everybody here. Thank you so much for being here today. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And yeah, we do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. And yeah, what I do, pull a card off the top of my deck, ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. Well, so many beneficial things happen when we do this. I mean, the foremost of which is that we get to set ourselves up for success in the day. This world has so many negative messages for us, so many advertisers and people who have an agenda, paying in order to tell us things about ourselves that are not true, telling us that we're not good enough, or that we're not rich enough, or that we're not pretty enough, or some other stupid poisonous shit that really wrecks our lives. But instead, let's say some good things about us and really affirm the worth of our own existence. So anyway, that's what we're here to do today. And so let's get started by pulling a card and saying that today I am authentic. I am authentic. I express my wholeness with compassion and candor. Oh my goodness, my the secret has been revealed. My wife and kid are right behind me, and she's decided that she is going to express her authenticity by
She's very authentic.
She's authentically loud and noisy. But anyways, I am authentic. I express my wholeness with compassion and candor. I have compassion for my lovely daughter, who is, an infant, and I guess we express it with candor because I just showed everybody on the internet that my wife and daughter were hiding out behind me, attempting to be quiet. Well, my wife does a pretty good job being quiet, not so much my daughter. But anyways, I express myself with wholeness. I express my wholeness with compassion and candor. So, are you authentic? You are authentic, and so are we all today. We express our wholeness with compassion and candor. I'm gonna write that down in the comments. I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Writing this down engages a totally different part of our brain than just reading it, and certainly more so than hearing it. So if you are a person who just listens to the words I say, that's great. It's wonderful that you do that. However, saying them yourself really supercharges these things, and then also writing it down is incredibly powerful. So I am authentic. I express my wholeness with compassion and candor. And isn't that what authenticity is all about? It's really just about being ourselves and being unashamedly ourselves. And when something, when something unexpected happens or something potentially embarrassing happens, just laughing it off. Like all of a sudden there being three people on the wake up call when you thought there was only one. But the fact is that I ain't beating myself up for it, and I'm not beating up anybody else for it either. I just think it's funny. I think it's just a really joyful part of life. And so, when we are being authentic, we are expressing our wholeness. We're expressing all of who we are. We're not hiding any parts of ourselves. We're not thinking, oh, I like this part, but I don't like that other part. And so when we express our wholeness, we do it with compassion, and we do it with compassion toward ourselves. We have compassion for ourselves first, because before we can have any compassion for anybody else, we first must have compassion for ourselves. We first have to love ourselves before we can love anybody else. We first have to accept ourselves before we can truly accept anybody else. Yeah, for a long, long, long time in my own life, I felt like I was living some like crazy double life where there were parts of me that I liked to share with the world, and then other parts of me that I didn't like to share with the world. And when I realized that I could integrate these parts of me, that it was mainly just it was mainly just it was a process whereby I deprogrammed myself from societal expectations, because I realized that the parts of myself that I was hiding from the world were the parts that I thought in my head were socially unacceptable. And when I started to express those parts of me, I realized that it wasn't so much that it was socially unacceptable; it was just unacceptable to my friend group of people who didn't really like me in the first place. And when I started to express my whole self, a lot of those people fell away, and a whole bunch of new people who were, much more of a better fit for me came into my life. Those new people had always been there. It's just that they didn't realize that there were these other parts of me to love. And so when I started to express my whole self, oh man, I'm just absolutely surrounded by people who love me for who I am. And it's the coolest thing. And they also love each other for who they are, because when there's a whole community full of people who are being authentic, so long as we're not hurting each other or hurting ourselves, that authenticity is valued and appreciated. So I am authentic today. I express my wholeness with compassion and candor. And it being Friday, and it is Friday, we are going to go over all the cards for the week. Let's have some fun. Let's see where the cards have taken us this week. We started off the week, and I started off the week by affirming that we are hopeful and that we trust in the best possible outcome. And let me tell you, at the beginning of the week, I had a lot to be hopeful about. And now that we are at the end of the week, I do feel like a lot of the things that that I was hoping in have really come to pass. So yay, go me, go my life. But how could we ever experience the best possible outcome unless we have some kind of a hope that it's going to exist? Because by assuming that it will exist, by assuming that it's possible, we subconsciously are programming ourselves to act in ways that are going to make it more likely to be possible. After that, after expressing that we are hopeful, uh, we affirm that we are confident, that we trust in our abilities and judgment, and that confidence, that buoyancy of the soul, as a that certain buoyancy of the soul is something that is learned. It's something that we get over time. We don't start out being confident. We slowly and methodically expand our competence until eventually we are able to do more than we ever thought that we could. Of course, as we confidently proceed in the direction that's important to us, we realize that we are aligned, that we move with purpose in our chosen direction, and that alignment is something that gives us that allows us to have that hope. It's something that allows us to continue to build that confidence. And of course, today we expressed the sentiment that we are authentic, that we express our wholeness with compassion and candor. And I had some technical issues on one of the days this week, so we only got 4 cards this week. But in the end, we start off with the hope, and that hope is something that gives us the confidence to move forward. And as we move forward, we recognize that we're aligned with the things that are most important to us, which is something that helps us to create that authentic experience that we live every single day. And so all this stuff leads us to the card that we have for every single awesome Saturday, which is that we are awesome. So let us recognize our inherent value and worth. I have a precious human life, and you have a precious human life too. And so let's embrace that precious human life. Let's embrace it by being and doing and having the things the things and the ways of being that are most important to us. Let's sift between our priorities. Let's sift between the desires that we have, and just recognize that the fact that we are alive means that we are licensed to partake of life, and life is a really good thing. There's a quote from an old movie called Auntie Mame. It's from the 1959, and Auntie Mame is a very man. She's a very progressive woman for the 1950s. Although the movie takes place in the 30s and the 40s, but she's a very progressive woman who just kind of goes out and has life in a time period when a lot of women were not doing that and didn't have the ability to do that, and she just goes off and does things. And the movie is about the relationship between her and her nephew, who is very much like, he's very much kind of caught up in the social norms of the time about, what boys are supposed to do. And but she has a conversation with her nephew, and he says, why Auntie Mame, why do you go out and do these things? Why do you climb the Matterhorn? Why have you toured Africa? Why have you gotten, why have you why have you just moved to different places and done all these things, and how do you continually reinvent yourself? And she says life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. And boy, let me tell you, I saw that movie when I was like a kid, and that resonated with me so much, because life is a banquet, and it's like we are at an all you can eat banquet, and most people are just stuck at the end of the line where there's a cup of water, and they're like, oh, this is the cup of water. I'm not going to reach out and take. I'm not going to reach out and take the thing that I actually want, that I actually desire, because, well, I got this cup of water in my hand right now. Anyways, you are awesome, and we are awesome people. So let's recognize our inherent value and worth. Let's partake of life, and let us do that with our authenticity. Of course, you've seen that movie, Susan. Of course, you have. Anyways, but I am authentic. You are authentic as well. So let's express our wholeness with compassion and candor. Oh my goodness! Hi. Look at them blue eyes. My goodness, Daddy's in trouble in like 14 years. Daddy's in trouble in like 9 years. Who am I kidding? Anyhow, so let's see. Going forth through the week, let's express our wholeness with compassion and candor. Awesome Saturday service is tomorrow at 11 a.m. We're going to be continuing the series on magic words, and so the yeah yeah so the this book, this magic words series is very likely going to turn into a book. I'm actually writing a manuscript about it,
and it's incredible.
Oh, she loves it. She's been one of my beta readers. But anyways, continuing the series on magic words, which are one syllable words, which completely control the course of our lives. And so we're very excited about that. It's called Auntie Mame, AUNTIEMAME, Shauna. If you're wondering about that movie, 1950. I'm pretty sure 1959 is when it came out. It was like in color, which was a big deal at the time. But anyhow, yeah. So, kicked in the head by a baby. Kicked in the head by a mommy with a baby. Boom. Look how small her feet are. Anyways, she's distracting me. All right, but anyway, guys, awesome Saturday service tomorrow. Come listen to the next of the magic words, and yeah, that'll be 11 a.m. and also then 9 a.m. on Monday. 9 a.m. on Monday, another one of these wake up calls. Until then, I love you. I appreciate you. I think you're amazing, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 11. Until then, aloha from paradise. You little stinker. That's why Daddy needs an office.